So today, when we are in the Saksham Leadership Summit, and I've been asked to talk upon the Saksham principles and core values, the first important aspect that I've been told, and as I read in the brochure and the diary that was sent to me, is you become Saksham, you become capable, you hone your skills and your abilities are strengthened, new horizons conquered. In short, you upgrade your abilities day in and day out, and you become an able person. Because abilities of a person are the first requirement for growth. If you are quite able, if you are quite capable, you'll be able to handle the work well, you'll be able to handle the people well, you'll be able to adapt yourself to situations and circumstances. Added with experience, added with talents, you adapt yourself to sustain better in times, because change is part of life and change is the only constant. The rest, everything is variable. So when your abilities increase, you adapt yourself well to changing situations, and you grow well. You sustain well in the most odd of circumstances and happenings in life, of course, at office, at your home back, at all the places. And then you carve out a place for yourself. You live a life that is satisfying to you. You achieve your goals well. You become a very important team player. More than that, you become a most needed person in your system. This all comes from one basic thing, is your abilities. And you need to hone your skills day in and day out. Because the most important aspect in a human being is the ability to grow. You can grow in all the aspects of life. When Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Sherpa, they decided to conquer Everest. All planning well done, execution well started, but for some reasons they had to come back from the third base camp. They could see the tip of the Himalayas, the highest point of the Himalayas, that is Everest. But the final leg they could not conquer, they had to come back. After coming back at ground level, Edmund Hillary looked back at the Everest again, at the Himalayas, and he spoke one sentence that poured out from his heart. And that has become very famous. Edmund Hillary, he said, looking at the Everest, "I'll come back again, and I'll conquer you, because as a mountain you cannot grow, as a human being I can." As a human being, you always possess the capacity to grow. And if you don't utilize that capacity of yours to grow, you cease to be a human being. You are a student who can grow till the age of 90, 95, till the last breath of your life. Do you believe in that? You can increase your capabilities. You can become more and more Saksham till the last breath of your life. Do you believe in that? That belief is a good start for growth. That belief itself possesses the strength for growth, and that belief itself will make you grow. You have the capability, and you can. One tree can start a forest. Understand this very well, and when I'm talking, I'm not going to elaborate it. One tree can start a forest. One song can start excitement. Yes or no? One smile can rejuvenate the atmosphere. Yes or no? One star in the dark skies can guide the ship in the sea. One star in the dark skies can guide a ship at sea. One person with the right attitude for growth, his action has more power than 99 people just taking interest. One man can make all the difference. To this extent that one man's purity can change the whole world. One man's character can uplift the whole world. This whole description converges into one thing, and that is called the power of one. It is called the power of one. One thing can make all the difference at all the places. One small drop of a chemical can increase the strength of the whole material. It is called the power of one. One person's ability, the first basic core value of Saksham. Develop your abilities well to meet the situations that can confront you in your path. One man's ability can save the whole company, can be instrumental in the growth of the whole company, can lay a foundation stone for the Saksham, for making everybody Saksham. One man's ability has the power. This is also a fact. A fact lived by many. Today many live by it. But to develop your full Saksham, full capability, full abilities that you have, because we all sitting here and thousands of professionals in the world today, we will die without not realizing our full potential. We will live our lives of 70, 80, 90 years without bringing out many latent talents and many latent energies that already we have been gifted with. Yes or no? Albert Einstein, he used only 3% of his brain. He is considered to be the most intelligent person ever upon this earth. Then what amount of brain that you and me must be using? So there are n number of abilities that we possess, n number of talents that we possess. So we are highly Saksham, highly Saksham. We need to bring those out by good thinking, by good exposures, by learning from experiences, by learning from obstacles, hurdles, oppositions, by learning from setbacks, failures and falls. You become more Saksham. So invite difficulties. Hug your problems. Enjoy your falls. You will become more Saksham. Are you rightly getting me? Am I right or wrong? It's part of life. But you become more Saksham only if you have the right kind of attitude. Till the 90s, there was a question in the top management mind. Why some people with the best of abilities, with the best of resources available, still they succeed less or sometimes fail? And why sometimes with lesser resources people succeed and succeed more? So by the turn of the millennium, it was very clear in the top management mind and the top management gurus that all the resources combined do not necessarily guarantee you success. Then what guarantees your success? They said with more or less resources, the one thing that guarantees success, it is your right kind of attitude towards your abilities. The first principle of Saksham we are talking of. Ability, your attitude towards it. I can do it. I can make it happen. That attitude towards your abilities, that faith in your abilities will make you grow, will make you succeed. I have read more than 500 biographies and autobiographies of great personalities, from Nelson Mandela to Abraham Lincoln to George Washington, to Winston Churchill, to Mahatma Gandhi, to Sardar Patel, to Sachin Tendulkar, everybody. They always believed that they were Saksham. They always believed that they had the abilities to overcome any difficulties. They always believed that they had the power, they had the ability, they had the skills to do any job in front of them. They were that confident. A very important aspect to be learned from these people, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. They always believed that they were Saksham. Believe that you are Saksham, irrespective of the resources and backgrounds that you have. Because Swami Vivekananda used to say, each and every soul is potentially divine. Our Guru Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who created this organization to this level, as I said, we are among the top 10 NGOs of the world. He single-handedly built, you have seen Akshardham, he single-handedly built 1,300 such campuses and successfully administered it in 60 countries of the world. And that Akshardham that you see today, we are building such 4 huge Akshardhams. Already the construction work has started. One is in New Jersey, America at Robbinsville. It is on 265 acres of land. Second is in Abu Dhabi. Third is in Johannesburg, South Africa. And fourth is in Sydney, Australia. All projects coming up as huge as Akshardham. And you are all involved with logistics. I tell you one logistics that at present our organization is going through. Granite, marble and stone comes from Italy and Greece to Kandla in Gujarat. From there it is road transported to Pinwada in Rajasthan. Today when I am talking to you at this present moment, more than 5,000 artisans are working on 26 different sites in Rajasthan. Again, the carved stone from Rajasthan is road transported back to Kandla, the free trade zone in Gujarat. From there, it is shipped to US. Just imagine the logistics. From Europe, it comes to Gujarat. From Gujarat, it goes to US. The logistics is mind-boggling. And more than 800 people involved in it. And then, so it's an ideal Make in India project. Raw material from Europe, all done, finished goods prepared in Gujarat and Rajasthan and shipped back to US. Made in India, assembled in US. And the whole Akshardham monument on 265 acres are coming up, and we are going to inaugurate it in August 2021. Attitude makes a big difference. We can do it. We are Saksham. We are capable. We can make it happen. That is the thought that should run in you right from morning. So this was the concept in the 90s and the turn of the millennium in the management gurus' minds, from Jim Collins to Stephen Covey to Anthony Robbins, everybody. And so Jeff Keller writes the book, which became very famous, which topped the list in the New York Times list for 64 weeks, which itself is a world record. And the title of the book is, I think, every professional, all of you, if you have a piece of paper and pen, you must definitely write it down. You must read this book. And the title of the book is, Attitude is Everything. With lesser or more resources, still you can succeed, is what this book teaches and preaches you, and what this book makes you believe. Attitude is everything. अभिगम, हम हिंदी में उसको बोलते हैं अभिगम. अभिगम ही सर्वस्व है. Attitude makes all the difference. So developing your abilities, making yourself more saksham, your attitude will play the principal role. Apart from your skills, apart from your know-hows, apart from your academics, apart from your talents, apart from your experiences, apart from your support systems, apart from your platforms, apart from your back systems. This plays a major role. Another aspect of developing your abilities is the time-consuming activities of your life which does not add on to your abilities. You must restrict it. Just about a few days back, India's top badminton coach, Gopi Chand, he was one time All England champ. He was interviewed in Hyderabad. I just got the print of that interview published by one of the newspapers just a couple of days back. Wonderful interview with Gopi Chand. And he is the person who guided two girls to the top, PV Sidhu and Saina Nehwal, to the world stage, to the Olympic stage, to international champions. He said in one of his in the interview, answering one of the questions, and everybody were amazed. He said, I took away the mobile from both the girls, PV Sidhu and Saina Nehwal, 8 months before the Olympics. I didn't want them at all to focus on any aspect of life other than the Olympic gold. And both the students of Gopi Chand, both the girls, they respected the coach's decision, they accepted it well. They went 8 months without the mobile phone. Imagine just 8 minutes in your life without the mobile. Wherever we are sitting, wherever we are, whatever we are doing, 8 minutes is too much. I tell you, every third minute, if you don't touch your mobile, you get discharged. So for developing your full potential, to bring out all capabilities of yourself that you have been gifted by nature, everybody of us, you have to cut down on certain things, certain activities, certain thought processes, certain gadgets which actually don't help you to develop your abilities. And both these girls did, and we see the result, isn't it? So again, this aspect, to develop your full abilities, cut down on certain things which don't help you. Unnecessary activities. Very important aspect. One more positive less is done, but one more negative done is not done. Did you get this? One positive step not taken is perhaps acceptable at one point of time, but one negative step taken is not acceptable because it has the power to bring down 5 positives down. Abilities are the most important aspect. And when you become quite capable, quite able for a job, another aspect that I want to tell you is opportunities will come knocking your door. Because there is a natural force of attraction between ability and opportunity. Are you getting me right? There is a natural force of attraction. As the two magnets, they attract each other, the north and the south pole. Abilities and opportunities will attract. If you are sound in your abilities, the first core value of Saksham, it will never remain hidden. In some or the other way, it will come out. In some or the other way, it will be known to the people in the society, in the market. And people will approach you. Work will come to you. Opportunities will knock your door. In 1996, India was touring England. I'm talking of the game of cricket. At that time, India's captain was Mohammad Azharuddin. And we had one of the star players, his name was Navjot Singh Sidhu. Today he is an MLA in Punjab, he's a minister. For some reason there was a brawl between Navjot Singh Sidhu and Azharuddin. Before the start of a practice match, they both got into a brawl for some reason. There was a verbal exchange between the two. And at the height of it, Navjot Singh Sidhu left the ground, left the hotel, straight to the airport, and without telling anybody, the coach or the manager or his captain or any team player, he came back to India. Everybody in the team and the manager and the coach came to know about him reaching India after he had reached. So this was a very serious breach of discipline. Isn't it? But that paved the way for his roommate to debut. This incident paved the way for his roommate for his debut entry into the Indian cricket team to play test matches. And this was at Lord's, the mother of all grounds, the most prestigious venue for cricket. And his little known roommate, he stepped inside Lord's because of this incident, because of the absence of Navjot Singh Sidhu. He was definitely a part of the 11-member playing squad. Navjot Singh Sidhu used to come 3 down or 4 down. But then because of this, a very young boy, was part of the 22-member contingent that had gone there. And never destined to play in England because he was 5th or 6th after the 11-member team to at all come, if at all needed. But he had abilities. So he was selected, and that debutant, he scored a century at Lord's on his debut. And thereafter, nothing holding him back. He went on to become one of the most successful captains of Indian cricket team. I'm talking of Sourav Ganguly. He possessed the ability. In some or the other way, nature decided to give him an opportunity. But remember one thing, the second step. When he got the opportunity, he could show his class. He could show his caliber because of one reason. And that is, he possessed the ability for it. When he was fully ability able, when he was fully ability capable, when he got the opportunity, he could show his skills. He could show his class and caliber. And after that, we know his whole career, there was no looking back for him. So when you are able, an opportunity will definitely come from the highest level. Because again, I would like to repeat, ability and opportunity always attract each other. They'll always attract each other. But when the opportunity knocks to your door, and if you are fully ready, fully able, fully capable, you will fully utilize that opportunity, and that will become the first sound platform for you to jump at different levels of progress in your career. As simple as that. So this is the first principle and the core value of Saksham. Try to hone your abilities day in and day out. Learning never stops. We can keep learning till the last breath of our life. Recently, just about a few months back, a lady at the age of 93, she became a diploma engineer. She always had a dream to become an engineer, but she could not for some reason. But then at the age of 90, she felt that let's go for engineering. She didn't want to do a job of engineering, but it was a dream to become an engineer. For some reason, she could not. In her young days, she had a wonderful career in the commerce field. But that small dream, she fulfilled at the age of 93. So you can always develop your abilities, your capabilities, your skills till the last breath of your life. First part is that. Second part is, if you are quite able, change is a part of life, is the only constant. Let me tell one more word to change beyond these 2 words, is change is routine. Routinely it will come. Adaptability is a very important aspect. Recently, Harvard University has put forward a definition for intelligence. And the definition is, adaptability to change is intelligence. Highest level of intelligence is your adaptability to change. A change comes in your life. A change comes in your career. How quick you can adapt yourself to it. That makes you intelligent. Otherwise, if you cannot adapt to change, all your talents, skills, intelligence, know-hows, knowledge, experience, all things don't count. You have to change. With the change, adapt yourself. You might have always heard that saints used to do kathas on Ramayana and Mahabharata and everything. We do. But we change with the times as well. Now we are going to the professional field to talk to the professionals as well. So you change with the times, because at the end of the day, it's our duty, a moral duty, to imbibe more and more values and virtues in the lives of people. We used to do it by parayans and kathas. We continue it. We also now do it with professional talks. As simple as that. So, adaptability to change is intelligence. This is a Harvard University definition. How many of you have read Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? Just raise your hands. About 3 of you. I think more of you must as a professional. I'm surprised why you have not read till date. It's like a 25-year-old book. He personally met more than 3,000 successful people upon this earth, successful not just as a businessman, but in all walks of life. Successful as a husband, as a wife, as a brother, as a sister, as a neighbor, as a friend, all roles to be played by a person. He personally interviewed them, and he comes to a conclusion that these 7 habits I found common in these people, and the first habit common that he found in these people was proactive. जिसको हिंदी में हम बोलते हैं प्रतिकूल परिस्थिति में सानुकूल प्रतिभाव. दिस इज कॉल्ड एडेप्टेबिलिटी. प्रतिकूल परिस्थिति में सानुकूल प्रतिभाव. That is in the circumstances that or situations that are not comfortable, that you are not comfortable with them. You produce out a response that is comfortable to your team, to the circumstances, to the happenings. Proactive is the word, first habit that they had. Proactivity means adaptability. In the negative happenings, you give a positive response. That is called proactive. And that is the best adaptability. Because that response comes out of certain core values that you have decided to live with in your life. One small example, that whoever even gives me a cuss word, throws it at me, I will always respond it with a smile. For example, if you have decided this in your life, I will never say a cuss word, but anybody throwing it at me, I'll respond it with a good smile. Now this is called proactivity. This is a good adaptability. From that to many things. Adaptability with situations, with circumstances. Our Guru Pramukh Swami Maharaj, he was once in New York, and the room in which he was sitting was quite small because the construction was of the 70s. And somebody told him the room is very small. Pramukh Swami Maharaj responded, small rooms are good, less power is utilized. Just 1 week after that, he was in Toronto, where it was quite spacious, lately built, and the same person said, Swamiji, such big rooms are quite good. Pramukh Swami said, yes, big rooms are quite good. More people can be incorporated in. More people can sit. Small room is also good. Big room is also good. This is called adaptability. Your attitude towards looking at it. Small room, less power used. Big room, fine. More people can walk in, come in, sit in. Pramukh Swami Maharaj had this adaptability. And that is why we are, as an organization, we have grown. Once he wrote a letter, Pramukh Swami Maharaj wrote a letter to a senior saint, transferring him from one temple to another temple for some other activity. He had kept the letter with him. At that time, 2 of our elder saints, who would look after the saints' activity, their portfolios, the type of the services they are to be involved in, the place that they stay, their transfers and everything, 2 of our elder saints. They came in and they suggested Pramukh Swami Maharaj that for this senior saint, we have thought for this temple, this city and this activity. Pramukh Swami Maharaj found it quite good. He immediately brought out that letter which he himself had written and he tore it off. And our two elder saints, administrators, he would say, Swamiji, why did you do this? What is this? He said, for the same saint, I had thought something else, but I found yours quite better. This is called adaptability with your team, with your subordinates, with your colleagues. Of course, both the elder saints said, Swamiji, your thought would be much better than us. He said, no, I found your better. When you are sitting in a meeting, you have proposed your part of the idea as well. And thereafter a 1.5 to 2 hour discussion, if wholeheartedly you can accept a better thought from one of your team members and express yourself, okay, yours is quite better than me. This is the ultimate of adaptability. Ultimate of adaptability. And then only you can make a good team. Good teams and good team players are not necessarily always good professionals or highly skilled people. They need to be good human beings. Talents and skills are part of small part, I would say residue part of good human beings. It will come out. So, this is the adaptability that we find in such great personalities who lead huge organizations. You learn it from nature as well. You minutely observe the flora and fauna around you. You minutely where you observe the lower levels of the animal kingdom, small animals. Their adaptability capacity is very high. They are highly saksham when it comes to adaptability. How many of you have seen sunflowers on the tree, on the plant? Sunflower plants? Just raise your hands full. Quite many of you. You know, sunflower, it chases the sun. From the morning rise to the evening set. It always moves looking towards the sun. In short, it chases the light. What happens on cloudy days? What happens on rainy days when there is no sun or lesser sun? Or what happens at dark? Have you seen the sunflowers during the dark or when there is less sun, or that is cloudy or rainy? In which position they are? Tell me if somebody has seen. Looking down towards the earth, okay, everybody is making this kind of symbol, isn't it? Action. You are wrong. Look at it again. When there is lesser sun, no cloud, no rain, or the dark, sunflowers will face each other, not look towards the ground. Dekhna. You know why? When the two sunflowers, they face each other, scientists for years have experimented on this. They exchange each other's energy so that every sunflower lives for tomorrow morning's sunrise. A very good example from nature when it comes to adaptability. They exchange energies. A typical sunflower has, for example, sunflower A has lesser energy to pass the whole night. Then sunflower B will give some part of his energy. They exchange energies. That is light that they have stored during the day from the sun. So when the times are not good, when situations don't favor you, when there are some oppositions that you can less handle, a good adaptability among team members will make everybody survive for the next sunrise, for the next good opportunity. So making yourself saksham part 2, that is adaptable, is the most important virtue that you can develop in the present times, to carry your work forward, to carry your life forward. Most important aspect. Because people who change after the change will survive. People who don't even change even after the change will die. But people who change with the change will prosper. But one step ahead, people who change before the change will lead. Got it? People who change before the change will lead. That is adaptability to change. You foresee the change coming. The moment you become capable, saksham, of foreseeing a change in your profession or life, and you change yourself before the change comes to you, to adapt yourself to the new change, you will lead.